It's the 45th season of World Team Tennis, day 8 of a 19-day regular season schedule. All 66 matches taking place here at the beautiful Greenbrier Resort, America's resort in White Sulphur Springs, West Virginia. Coming up, we've got the Chicago Smash, the expansion team, taking on the Orlando Storm. Welcome in, everyone. I'm Olivia Decker. Glad to have you with us. One match already in the books today, Washington defeating Vegas, and now we get a treat of a rematch between Orlando and Chicago. Orlando taking the first meeting handedly. Let's take a look at the breakdown of those sets now, as Chicago only won one of the 5 sets, and that was in women's doubles with Bethany Mattek-Sands and Genie Bouchard. They defeated Urak and Pegula 5-1. And then probably the biggest standout was women's singles, Danielle Collins defeating Pegula 5-0. They won the match 21-16. So with that, let's take a look at our standings as everyone is scratching and calling their way up to the top. Only 4 teams make our playoff, August 1st and 2nd. You can see Philly leads 4-1. And flip that, you got Springfield Lasers 1-4. They're 2-time defending champs, trying to get some mojo back. But first up today is 18-year-old rookie Brandon Nakashima and Tennis Sandgren. They start with men's singles. Let's get you up for more with Leif Shiras and Mark Lucero. Leif?
Yes, thanks, Olivia, and welcome in, everyone, to this beautiful Greenbrier setting here in West Virginia. Exciting season for the Chicago Smash. They're first. They're the youngest, newest team in the league, and one reason they've had such success early has been the play in women's doubles, and that means Bethany Mattek-Sands, the former world #1, has made some remarkable contributions, and she'll be watched closely in women's doubles and mixed doubles here tonight. Mark Lucero is with me. And Mark, Bethany Mattek-Sands is teaming up with the Canadian Genie Bouchard. Why have they been able to click so well so early in the season?
Leif, playing alongside a doubles veteran like Bethany Mattek-Sands, it fills her partners with confidence. Bethany Mattek has a way of injecting them with the self-belief, frees her up to go for her shots. Look at this team. They've won 19 games, only lost 5 so far in the women's doubles.
Yeah, and you talked a little bit of Bouchard in that ad court with the two-handed backhand, allowing Mattek-Sands to do some good things up at the net.
Bethany Mattek is so dynamic. When she has a partner that can hit big from the back of the court, very similar to Lucy Safarova, she's free to move all over the court, be really dynamic, and make this match full of chaos for the opposing team.
Well, we're looking forward to a little chaos here at Center Court Creekside. Remember, Bethany Mattek-Sands alongside Rajiv Ram in the mixed doubles. Some good teams on both sides of the net, though. Brandon Nakashima, Tennis Sandgren to kick it off in men's singles.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant good afternoon and welcome to the 2020 World Team Tennis season here at the Greenbrier America's Resort. You're about to see match number 2 of 3 today as the Chicago Smash take on the Orlando Storm. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, coming up tonight at 8 p.m. Again, at 8 p.m. tonight, the San Diego Aviators will take on the Orange County Breakers. Battle of the California teams tonight at 8.
World Team Tennis is brought to you by Geico. Did you know that Geico is now offering an extra 15% credit on car insurance? That's on top of what Geico could already save you. Visit geico.com to learn more. By the Greenbrier Valley in West Virginia, home to scenic trails and quiet rivers, friendly mountain towns, and America's resort, the Greenbrier. And by DraftKings. Download the DraftKings app and use promo code WTT to play free for thousands of dollars in prizes this season.
Welcome in, everyone. A spectacular setting for another day of World Team Tennis in the Allegheny Mountains. The Chicago Smash and the Orlando Storm. Well, we've got blue skies here in our Wilson lineups today. We've got men's singles first, kicking off with a good one, Nakashima and Sandgren. Women's doubles, mixed doubles, women's singles featuring Sloane Stevens for the Smash, Danielle Collins for the Storm, and then men's doubles. Mark, it's an incredible lineup with two strong teams.
I've been thinking about trying to pick my favorite set of all these 5 sets. Each one is a blockbuster.
Yeah, great matchups. Glad you could be with us today. I'm Leaf alongside Mark Lucero. Mark is coached on the ATP and WTA Tour, currently working with Stevie Johnson. So we've got a lot of good expert insight from Mark. And this is a man you might remember from the Australian Open, Tennys Sandgren. 28 years of age. Quarterfinalist there. Had 7 match points on Roger Federer, not only for a lifetime win, but a spot in the semis. Unable to get one more point, however. Gets the first point here. Looks like he's put that loss behind him. I'm sure there was some disappointment there.
Physical point after physical point today. Brandon Nakashima is like a brick wall at the baseline. Does a great job receiving pace and redirecting pace, especially hitting up the line off both sides.
Yeah, just 18 years of age and really doing so many good things in the professional game. Yeah, 1 year of college tennis at UVA, and he made the move. Decided to go pro. Always a tough decision, but I think a pretty good one. It looks like he's getting to a place where he can compete consistently at a high level.
Wow, the Tennys Sandgren wide serve. We saw a bunch of big first serves down the tee up in the mid-120s, and then 105 slider wide. It's the best serve in the Sandgren arsenal, the wide serve on the deuce court.
Yeah, he's a punishing player, so physical. Heavy shots, really off both wings. That's what Nakashima can do. Moves the ball around the court so expertly.
Gosh, if you watch Tennys Sandgren at this point, he's actually behind the Greenbrier logo.
One of the features of Sandgren's improved play, I think, has been that, okay, position, he's up on the baseline, he's driving the ball still, but maybe not quite as defensive, but he says, I'm guilty of enjoying that retrieving style too much.
Yeah, Tennys Sandgren's always been a really good defender, but like you say, over the last 2 years, he's done a much better job taking court after some really good defense and transitioning into offense quickly.
See, Nakashima is not fazed by the matchup, the moment. And I think for a young player like Brandon, the test will come, can he sort of sustain this level of play, the mental intensity? It's an exhausting season, sort of condensed as it is over 3 weeks.
Yeah, one thing we've seen with him so far, he's really good at staying within his game, playing within himself.
Nakashima can take advantage of that opening point.
Yeah, the Brand Nakashima return to serve down the middle, so strong. He gets great depth even out of the corners. Another fast return down the middle. It's a great place to attack someone who likes to defend. A lot of times defenders like to start running. We mentioned Tennis Sangren enjoying moving east and west on the court.
That's a good point. Hit it straight down the center, then he doesn't have that chance to run, build up that momentum. Trouble for Sandgren.
Wow, the depth from Tennis Sangren. Looked like that backhand might have skidded off the line.
I was thinking of what you said the other day about Sloane Stephens, who's going to feature for the Smash in women's singles, how she likes to make it physical. Can you say the same thing about Sandgren?
100%. Thrives off the physicality of a point. Helps get the adrenaline up.
Double fault. All right, so Nakashima gets the break. Brandon's been busy. Currently playing for the Smash, yes, but he helped deliver meals to the San Diego Aviators, to the medical workers on the front lines. San Diego, nice efforts by Brandon to be contributing in the community and to all the frontline workers. Well, he is a wonderful kid. He's from your territory, local of San Diego.
Yeah, a lot of good players out of San Diego. Good guys as well.
Right on the line.
So offensive with that backhand when he gets his feet set. Does a great job establishing position after a pretty good floating return. And a big crack into the open court.
Nakashima means business. The teenager picking on the 28-year-old Tennis Sangren. 10 years younger. He's not respecting his elders out here, is he? Hitting the lines. I mentioned the 1 year at UVA for Nakashima. A small breakthrough in Delray Beach, February. Won a couple of rounds, got to his first ATP quarterfinal. And that helps you feel like you belong a bit when you have a couple of wins and you're in sort of an event in the later stages.
Yeah, he really established himself at the college level, was dominant at UVA.
Too good. Yeah, and after UVA, seems to be making a nice transition into the pros. He's certainly off to a good start here with that transition play and the volley winner. This guy's got game from the back and up in the front court. 3-1.
DraftKings is partnered with World Team Tennis, then we've got an exclusive way for everyone to get in on the action with thousands of dollars in prizes this season. Download the DraftKings app and enter our free-to-play tennis pools with promo code WTT. Then put your knowledge to the test and answer a series of questions about the matches being played that day. So enter now, download the DraftKings app, use promo code WTT, and play free for thousands of dollars in prizes.
Devin, did you know Geico is now offering an extra 15% credit on car and motorcycle policies?
Okay.
That's 15% on top of what Geico could already save you. So what are you waiting for? DJ Khaled to be your motivational coach?
Yo, Devin, remember to brush in a circle motion. Thank you, DJ Khaled. Tiny circles, Devin. Do another one. Another one. Is this good? Put in that work, Devin. Don't give up.
Geico. Save an extra 15% when you switch by October 7th.
Here's a look at the UTI ratings for both our players in the men's singles, Nakashima and Sandgren. Sandgren, surprisingly, a little bit behind Nakashima in terms of recent performance. Obviously, the ranking is significantly different. Sandgren, the more accomplished of the two men. But in terms of the recent 30 matches over the last 12 months, is Nakashima, who has a slight edge. Pretty much a toss-up, though, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. Pick 'em. Balls are going to move quickly around the court today, Leaf. You might see some shots fly along. It's very hot. A little altitude as well.
Yeah, Nakashima just seems to be playing with a little higher energy. Sandgren maybe a half step slow, just not looking to take that ball early. And that's one of the things about Sandgren that makes him such a physical player is his play in 5 sets. Obviously, his serve has improved, physical in that regard, too.
Beautiful motion from tennis. Sandgren brings up the back foot, gets in the pinpoint stance.
Yeah, that's a better delivery.
How's that for a second serve? 125 at the body.
That's one of the challenging things about World Team Tennis, too, is the ability to get started early. You don't have a lot of wiggle room. We mentioned Sandgren liking the 5-set format where he can sort of flow into later stages of a match. Not in World Team Tennis.
No, you need to hit the ground running.
You really do.
Poor Brandon Nakashima thought he was going to get a kick serve inside the baseline right there.
Had a fastball into the chin.
This is the most I've seen the ball scoot through the court so far this week. Fastest day here, makes sense. Especially big flat hitter like Brandon Nakashima.
Can't help but like Nakashima's game. He likes to make things happen. I like proactive guys. Trying to find ways to win the point. Consistent but aggressive. 40 love. Another hot day. Center Court Creekside here in West Virginia. 90 degrees and the humidity 43. It is hot and sticky. And even this in this abbreviated format, the players will feel that. What's going to be the ticket for Nakashima, do you think, to sort of crack into the top 50, make a run at the top 30?
I think continuing to develop his serve, becoming a better athlete, someone who could defend. At some point, he's going to play guys that hit bigger than him, can put him on his heels. But there's a lot to like. He hits a lot of big shots to safe targets. That playing within yourself, like him moving the ball around the court, wins a lot of tennis matches. Make players feel like they need to do more. They need to do something special to beat you.
Doesn't seem like he minds pace because he uses it what's coming to him pretty well.
Oh,
like
what
that.
a pass. What a pass.
Was that further evidence of the statement I just made? How did he turn this back cross court? Wow.
Did pretty good approach from tennis Sangren. Brandon Nakashima, great backwards diagonal, and uses the pace of the Sangren approach so well there.
We'd be remiss if we didn't mention that Tennis Sangren also played college tennis a couple of years at the University of Tennessee. In fact, his freshman year helped the team get to the NCAA finals. So he had a very accomplished college career, however brief.
There you go.
Part of some very good teams there. J.P. Smith, who's been a top 100 player. Ryan Williams, top player. And Tennis Sangren playing middle of the lineup. Tough out.
Remember, every game counts to the match score, so you want to keep adding to your total. And that's just what Sangren does. Takes care of his serve, and he'll force Nakashima to close it out on his own serve. Keep the score close, and obviously you want to hand the baton to the next runner. Of course, next up after this is women's doubles, a chance to see Bethany Mattek-Sands and Jeannie Bouchard at work. Tough combination they're up against. Jessica Pegula, Danielle Collins. Some of the numbers on Nakashima, very impressive. 57% winning percentage. That's second in the league.
I really like the level that Brandon Nakashima brings day in, day out. Very consistent. A lot of players, you'll see some variance day in, day out, but Brandon Nakashima, very steady with his level, takes care of his serve, makes a lot of returns.
Nice. That's a quality finish. He didn't have much pace to work with, had to generate all that himself.
Really set up by the wide serve. Great second serve. Brandon Nakashima so quick inside the court to create space to hit that inside out forehand. You create that much space, you can hit to either target inside out or inside in.
Wonderful exchange. And Sangren just enough angle cross court to force the error.
Tennis Sangren very steady back from behind the baseline. Gets a little air under this one, opens the court. Nakashima not quite able to get in position. And all of a sudden, Tennis Sangren, possible chance right here at 30 all. Sangren can go into that lockdown mode where he's not giving you any free points.
Yeah.
I like the addition of the slice that point.
Yeah, Nakashima seems to like that sort of repeating rhythm as Kamau Murray's going to call a timeout and just have a word with Brandon. Probably a good decision. Just make sure you got a plan in mind. You're down a break point here. The set's not lost by any means, but you don't want to lose the advantage you've worked so hard to get. What kind of conversation would you be having with Nakashima?
I would just make sure he's going to hit his favorite serve. We'll say, hey, where do you feel like right here? What do you like? And then say, all right, make sure you take your time, play the point on your terms as much as you can.
Coach Kamau Murray, his first year as coach, has worked as a personal coach for Sloane Stephens for many years. Bethany Mattek-Sands up next in the dubs. She's ready to go. And there is the break back. You're absolutely right. Sangren just said, I'm not going to miss. You're going to have to break me down with something good. And he didn't give him quite so much pace, it seemed.
Exactly. Really good awareness. He slowed the pace down, used the slice the point before. This break point kept the ball high, not much on it. Nice adjustment against a player who likes the rhythm, likes a constant tempo. Drew a couple unforced errors as a result.
I mean, Sangren's a guy who beat Dominic Thiem in 5 sets in Melbourne.
You think those points were physical? Jeez.
Some stats on tennis. And that would be Tennis Sangren, not just tennis stats, but he's also been very effective. More games won than lost, so he's 5th place. Hit the tape and fell back.
All of a sudden, Tennis Sangren's the one controlling the baseline. Brandon Nakashima a few yards behind the baseline, his end.
Is that mental? A little difference in your approach at that moment?
Maybe a little more conservative after a couple unforced errors when you lost your serve.
Juries at love too. See what he's made of. Some wonderful tennis. Opened up the court and then quickly in for the volley.
Tennis Sangren was in a defensive position, that backhand. Tennis Sangren, we talked about changing from defense to offense. He was out by the logo, saw he opened the court, got in for the quick volley. Great tennis from Tennis Sangren. So fast inside the service line.
1-2 combination to get on the board in the 9-point tiebreak. They'll change ends after the first 4 points. Of course, Sangren's name, Tennis, it's not actually tennis. It's a grandfather's name. It was down through the years. It's kind of a nice name. It certainly suits him, doesn't it?
It was meant to be.
If his father's name was named Double Fault, maybe that wouldn't work so well. How about Drop Shot? No,
I like that one.
You talk about the drop shots as a tactic. particularly with these guys so far back. Can you drop shot a guy like Sandgren, or is the ball just traveling too fast to make that happen?
It better be a good one because he gets a good jump on the ball.
We see a lot of drop shots on a red clay court, maybe not so much on a hard court where there's a bit of bounce.
Yeah, you really need to make sure your opponent's pretty far back behind the baseline if you hit a drop shot these days. You need to be far inside the court on your own end.
So you won't name your kids drop shot, I take it? Not on a hard court.
Need something more, a higher percentage play.
Top spin. 3-1. What a time for that beautiful delivery. He's got one more serve to come as well. This is a set point. Yeah, that's a nice comeback from Sandgren. He really started to flex his muscles there, down 1-3. Able to take it 5-4, the 9-point tiebreak. Good start for Orlando. They storm back in the men's singles. Tennis Sandgren getting it done. Women's doubles up next.
Fans, if you spend $250 on 11 by Venus merchandise, you'll get a signed advisor by 23-time Grand Slam champion Venus Williams. You can get her clothing line at the Greenbrier Tennis Pro Shop adjacent to this facility. One minute. All right, ladies and gentlemen, getting ready for set number 2. And it will feature women's doubles. We'll begin with the Chicago Smash. She's represented Canada at the Rio Olympics and a former #5 singles player in the world. 30 seconds. Who reached the Wimbledon final in 2014. With her 5th year of World Team Tennis, give it up for Eugenie Bouchard. 15 seconds. And her teammate to the right of the chair, a winner of 4 Grand Slam doubles titles and 4 mixed doubles crowns, and a former world #1 doubles player on the WTA Tour, Bethany Mattek-Sands. Last serve.
So welcome back, everyone. Our Chosen Foods mover of the match, Brandon Nakashima. He was forced to do a lot of running. Just couldn't hang on to the lead, but you can see the effort he put in to try and make it happen.
Brandon Nakashima plays big through the court. Tennis Sandgren, a little better job getting the ball going through the sidelines, making Nakashima put in the hard yards this set.
Yeah, almost 300 more feet of running. That's a lot of running in a short, sort of explosive set like that. So we've got another explosive match coming up for you. Bethany Mattek-Sands and the Canadian Eugenie Bouchard. Pair of Americans playing for the Storm, Jessica Pegula and Danielle Collins. Boy, there's a lot of good tennis players on this court. Bethany Mattek-Sands, a former world #1 in doubles, multiple Grand Slam titles in doubles. Eugenie Bouchard, a Wimbledon finalist years ago, 2014. And here's Bethany Mattek-Sands on the left. She's won the last couple of U.S. Open mixed doubles titles. alongside Jamie Murray. So she's playing with someone from the Commonwealth, Canadian, here in the women's doubles. Playing her tennis these days out of Phoenix, Arizona. Danielle Collins serving first. This Danielle out of St. Pete in Florida, 26 years of age, and some real breakthroughs on the WTA. Great college player. Wow, that ball just creased over Pegula's head, that two-hander from Collins.
It's so fun to watch Bethany Mattek during the points. She's so active, moves all over the court. She can really wreak havoc on her opponents.
Yeah, I'm surprised she went back cross court with that volley. This is after that had happened. Collins did well to cover. Good lob there from Danielle up high. And it's hard to judge what's happening out on this tennis court because things happen so quickly. These players are hitting the ball so hard. Split-second decisions. You know, what can you pick up out of the corner of your eye that your opponents are doing or not doing? And where do you want to hit the ball? Chess at 100 miles an hour.
Oh, how about that forehand from Jeannie Bouchard?
Yeah, a lot of good shots. Bouchard helping set up Mattek-Sands. I think that's the reason they are so good. We talked about at the Open how Bouchard's been hitting the ball beautifully. Mattek-Sands always got some great hands up at the net.
Yeah, Jeannie Bouchard just locked and loaded, drives a forehand down the middle of the court, and that enables Bethany Mattek-Sands to get involved and do what she does best at the net.
40-30.
Good time for a serve like that. She started the game with a double fault. That ace gets her to 40-30. Well, Pegula tried to squeeze into the center, got burned.
Another big rip on the forehand side from Jeannie Bouchard, hitting that forehand with a lot of confidence.
Yeah,
great preparation from Jeannie Bouchard. A nice job keeping that racket head up while she moved.
If she's knocking down the forehand like that, she's going to be rough because she's got a great two-hander. How about that? Breakthrough for Mattek-Sands and Bouchard. Just a reminder of the official format. Each of the sets to 5 games, a 9-point tiebreaker. Home team sets the order of play. Tonight, I should say today, it's the Storm. No ad scoring, every game counts, lets are in play. You really have to be alert because it all happens very quickly. And if a player's not having a good day, substitutions are allowed. Call out someone from the bullpen.
Bring in the hot hand.
So Chicago with a break of serve to kick off this set. Mixing in a lot of sports metaphors there. We had baseball, football, and here we are playing tennis.
15.
belief. I've seen Bethany Mattek-Sands play with a lot of different doubles partners, been part of Fed Cup teams. And one of the things she does when she's playing with new partners, she has a way of inspiring confidence in them. Sort of frees them up to go for their shots. When they go for their shots at the baseline, it frees her up to be really dynamic at the net, start flying around and just picking off volleys all over the place. I think that's a big reason why they've been so successful so far this season, why we've seen some great tennis from Jeannie Bouchard.
Yeah, it was interesting. After the double fault, Bethany was right back there saying, okay, here's the plan. Forget about that one. Next point.
Sometimes you can feel this pressure. I'm playing with this great doubles player. I need to do, these things perfectly. But in reality, that's not it. You need to be yourself.
So a chance for the Storm. Pegula, as always, rock solid in her return game, something she does particularly well. It's a nice combination of players these two, and Pegula's really showing that she likes to play at the net, moves pretty well up there.
Beautiful serve from Jeannie Bouchard. Love that ace wide.
Yeah, this is something she's been working on. I spoke with Renee Stubbs, the former world #1 Australian, who's been working with Bethany, traveled a few weeks with her, and they've been trying to get the serve a little more rhythmic. And you see that. Evidence it's working a bit.
There used to be a little hitch in the back of the motion, and that was the first thing that Renee wanted to get rid of, wanted to keep that racket moving. The kick serve is a very effective weapon in women's tennis. That ball bounces and explodes up off the court, gets over the shoulders. Not an easy shot for any returner.
Yeah, the smash. They went back-to-back deciding points to get to 2-love. Who plays better on the big points? And that is unfolding now. Here's BMS, 5 major titles, all with the Czech player Lucy Safrova, who recently retired. So she's on to newer pastures. 27 WTA titles. The last one happening last year. She played with Sophia Kennett in Beijing. They also played Fed Cup together. She's won mixed titles at all the majors except Wimbledon. Played well at the Olympics too, didn't she, Mark?
Pulled down a gold medal with Jack Sock of the New York Empire.
Pretty nice tennis resume that she has. Incredible achievements.
Watch for Bethany Mattek-Sands to take some returns down the line early, especially if she gets a look at a second serve. She's going to test out Danielle Collin to the net.
Collins with a nice volley right at the net. What does she do well on this volley? Seems like she's very compact.
Yeah, really good volley technique. She took a nice split step and was nice stable with the racket head.
That's tentative. Normally so dependable from the back.
Yeah, Orlando had a tough day yesterday on the women's doubles court. They lost that long match to Orange County. Coach Gooding with a switch in the lineup today. Subbed in Danielle Collins for Daria Jurak.
Yeah, their last 2 matches have been super tie breaks. One was a win over San Diego, and the loss, as you said, to the Breakers. Yeah, there's Jay Gooding, the Aussie who's coaching the Storm this year. Also coaches Danielle Collins, personal coach on the WTA. Boy, that's a shot.
All starts with a Bethany Mattek-Sands return up the line. Puts some pressure on Collins. Creates a little cat and mouse situation. Opens up the court for a beautiful Jeannie Bouchard pass. A lot of court open to the left of Collins.
Yeah, she can hit that one in her sleep. She loves that backhand. Ooh, 40-30 and right on top of the net. So another deciding point. Well, you've got to make that volley.
It's part of the danger leaf of moving to your left and trying to volley right. Really easy to drop that rack ahead. Results in the net error.
All right, time for these teams to get together and figure out the game plan. 1 point to decide the game. Yeah, that's too high. Collins able to finish. So Orlando gets a big game. Yes, they're down the break, but at least it stops the rot. 6 games all.
Good hitting from Jessie Pegula, good depth, putting some pressure on Jeannie Bouchard. Danielle Collins knowing she has a lot of time there. Nice finish into the open court. Yeah, look at it, eyes forward. Looking for her chance. Right along the center stripe. Nice finish.
There's Kamau Murray, Chicago Smash coach. Good deep serve. We spoke at the top of Mattek-Sands in her play. 19 games won in women's doubles. Boy, that's impressive.
It's a great
percentage.
contributor to the team.
Oh my gosh.
That Jessie Pegula return buzzed the tower over there, buzzed by the Chicago bench.
Yeah, that's like baseball, a line drive off the bat that goes into the dugout. Heads up. She tried to do too much with that.
30-15.
Jeannie Bouchard started this point very close to the net, trying to find her positioning. Does a nice job covering the line in this exchange. It's a tough shot though, the backhand overhead.
Beautiful placement.
40-15.
Yeah, Bethany Mattek has a very underrated serve. She can pop it and hit her targets. Nice slider into that forehand corner of the box. Gina Bouchard very active up there, looking for the ball. Love to see that.
Yeah, nice way to complement each other. This time is Bouchard at the net getting it done. 3-1 for the smash on that backhand volley winner.
Emerson Latzia here, and tennis fans, you're gonna love this. DraftKings has partnered with World Team Tennis, and we've got an exclusive way for everyone to get in on the action, with thousands of dollars in prizes this season. Download the DraftKings app and enter our free-to-play tennis pools with promo code WTT. Then put your knowledge to the test and answer a series of questions about the matches being played that day. So enter now, download the DraftKings app, use promo code WTT, and play free for thousands of dollars in prizes.
As an athlete and professional tennis player, I hope to inspire others to get out, be active, and stay healthy.
Well, we got some beautiful birds in attendance as well. Look at this hawk just cruising above Center Court Creekside. If Lou Jensen were here, he'd say, hide your ham sandwiches, everyone. There's Luke Jensen will be a part of our team for the next match. As we look at the falconry that they practice here, you can be a part of that here at the Greenbrier. Lots of fun things going on. Not sure I want to catch a falcon, though. Oh, I know they have good ham sandwiches.
Just a great rip from Gina Bouchard. This kind of point can give you a lot of confidence. You hit a nice return, your partner moves in, cleans up the overhead. Big reason why they've had so much success in the women's doubles this year.
Boy, the great tennis point. Really, both teams doggedly trying to get that point. It was so valuable. And you can see why. Break points coming up for Chicago.
Such good doubles. Big return from Gina Bouchard. Covered the drop volley at the net, and nice hitting from the baseline, Bethany Mattek-Sands. Impressive volleying as well. Jessie Pegula up there showing nice volley technique.
And Collins not too happy with the result. Boy, that's a good shot. Reflex volley winner.
30-40.
I mean, it's part of the experience of playing World Team Tennis, right? People who play mostly singles end up playing some doubles out here. Can be vice versa, too. Really good for your development as an overall tennis player.
Yeah, there is the break, and that's 4-1. Once again, the smash getting it done in the women's doubles, just a game away from taking the set, putting Orlando in a little more trouble, a little deeper trouble. But you can see why they are so good. They make a lot of returns, they apply pressure, do a lot of things well.
Yeah, for a while, the book on Genie Bouchard was pick on her forehand. Her swing can get a little big, a little segmented, but looks very clean, nice smooth motion, good turn, racket preparation.
Yeah, we foresee good things for her if she can continue to produce like she is today. Serving for the set. Danielle Collins saying not so fast.
Also saying, don't you poach on my side.
I don't like you intercepting my returns. And sometimes volleyers who move are better when they're moving than they are when they're standing still. It's a good way to test them. That one clipped Mattek-Sands.
Great return from Jessie Pegula. Gotta think she's up there for one of the most improved players of the week. Watch the depth in this return. Bethany Mattek so good at putting this ball down at the feet of her opponents, giving them no chance at defending that ball.
Boy, what a shot. I mean, Bouchard hit the baseline. Was waiting for the call. Pegula just hit a winner off an incredible play.
She can generate a ton of pace off defensive balls because her swings are nice and compact. All one needs is a good left leg there and some acceleration. Clean up the line from Jessie Pegula.
Well, will Orlando come storming back in the women's doubles like they did in the men's singles? It was Sandgren down 4-2.
Wow, Bethany Mattek-Sands left so early there. She read that play. She knew her partner played the ball deep. When you play the ball deep, the other team's going to try for some sort of half volley, and you can get moving, pick off the next ball because it's going high.
So still break point for Orlando. Oh, sensational tennis. Pegula really hit a couple of good backhands.
It's a great backhand cross-court exchange. Generating so much angle, opening the court. Bethany Mattek trying to get involved. But beautiful backhand volley from Danielle Collins. She was creeping towards the middle. There was a lot of space down the line for Genie Bouchard. But Danielle Collins, nice job exploiting the middle right there.
Boy, if I hit that volley, I would have been a little more excited, a little more happy. I wonder sometimes whether Danielle is a little too hard on herself. You know, she hit a great shot. Sometimes I don't see a lot of joy, but when she misses, she gets very tough on herself.
Yeah, it's 8-7 right now, the overall team score. You're right there.
She'll take that off the edge of the frame.
Good first volley. You'll take the wobble wobble on the second volley. What a shot from Bethany Mattek-Sands.
Yeah, anywhere on the court, but Bethany up at the net.
Just so much court awareness. She knows exactly where she is. She knows where the weak spots are in your team. She's trying to leave that volley short to make Pegula move up. Beautiful angle. It's a great job getting on the outside of that volley and controlling the racket head while she's falling away from the court. Big serve from Jessica Pegula. The area of the game she spent a lot of time working on over the last few months. Trying to get a few more free points out of that motion.
So 40-15, and the Storm trying to win consecutive games for the first time in this event.
Oh, what hands up there. What a reaction. Bethany Mattek had a great dig to save a pretty good pass. And Jeannie Bouchard squeezes the middle to get into the play. Look at this dig right here. And Jeannie Bouchard, great job moving with your partner looking for the ball. It's a way to cover the middle for your partner. Double fault to get to deciding point. We had 3 of them in the first 3 games of this set. That's how close it's been. Here's a 4th. The volley just carried long. Boy, both sides had chances to finish the point. A little bit of tension in that exchange. Orlando missed a chance there early in the point. They had a ball to poach on. Danielle Collins let it go. Bethany Mattek and Jeannie Bouchard were all over them, but good defending, and they got out of trouble barely.
So Orlando takes the deciding point. So one more game, and we might have a 9-point tiebreaker, but it's Bethany Mattek-Sands serving for the set. Bouchard served for the set at 4-1, failed to get it done. We'll see whether BMS can do it. And there's a good start.
15 love.
Pretty good return, wouldn't you say?
Oh, right in the strike zone there. That forehand was past him in a hurry. Such good timing, Jessie Pegula. We got a split step, quick turn.
15-30.
Mattek-Sands, a veteran of World Team Tennis. She played with the Hartford Fox Force back in 2000, Sacramento, the Capitals in 06, and the New York Sport Times in 08. That was a nice volley to get back 30 all.
30 all.
Bethany Mattek-Sands so good with her location. That ball is not that far from Danielle Collins, but the spin and the angle make it impossible to track down.
Yeah. 40-30.
All right, set points coming up. Remember, no ad scoring. So can Orlando get out of this tight spot? Well, they can't. Chicago takes the women's doubles. Mattek-Sands and Bouchard, well, they maybe missed a small chance to get a 5-1 set, but they do get the 5-3 set.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, with 2 sets.
So Bouchard smashes that backhand, and Chicago takes it 5-3, and they take a 9-8 lead.
Get live player stats all from your phone. Watch international pay-per-view live with exclusive CrowdView Live. Download Tennis One, the official app of World Team Tennis.
It's crazy, man.
A special happy birthday to Alicia from Lele, Patty, and Carrie. Happy birthday and welcome to World Team Tennis. Ladies and gentlemen, we are getting ready for set number 3. 2 matches will feature mixed doubles. Olympic silver medalist in mixed doubles won back-to-back mixed doubles titles at the Australian Open 2019 and this year. He has won 2 ATP singles titles at the Hall of Fame Tennis Championships in Newport and is back for his 2nd season. Put your hands together for Rajiv Ram. 1 minute. Once again, back out there on the court for Chicago, warming up to the chairs right, her 4th season of World Team Tennis and a former #1 in doubles. Grand Slam champion Bethany Mattek-Sands. As for Orlando, 30 seconds there on the court, the defending City Open champion.
I'll take a look at what is coming up next. The mixed doubles. Bethany Mattek-Sands alongside Rajiv Ram, the man who won the Australian Open men's doubles title. Ken Skupski alongside Jessica Pegula. And we have an aviary visitor. Beautiful hawk soaring high above us. And one of the features around this area is the falconry that you can get some lessons in. You can see Bethany Mattek-Sands experience that. And if you go to WTT.com, you can check out some of the features we have, and that was one of them. Bethany Mattek-Sands with the Falcon at World Team Tennis and on the web at WTT.com. We've got exclusive content, highlights, behind-the-scenes videos, and complete coverage of World Team Tennis 2020. can also check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So Bethany Mattek-Sands back in her doubles office. She completed her work in women's doubles. Now it's time for mixed doubles alongside Rajiv Ram. She's a gold medalist at the 2016 Olympic Games. Boy, that's two pretty heady players. Jack Sock and BMS. Well, will we have the Olympics next year in Tokyo? We hope so. Be back, perhaps, to defend
the beautiful Ariake Tennis Stadium in Tokyo.
Here's Ken Skupski out of Liverpool, 37 years of age. He's the left-handed older brother of Neil. Very talented doubles player. Played college tennis at LSU. And remember, he won a WTT title in 2017 with the Orange County Breakers, so he's got plenty of good experience of what it takes to get through an entire season and playoffs.
31.
Yeah, that's the way to play a high volley.
Yeah, with authority.
Yeah, own it.
Very firm from Skupski there. A lot of stick on that forehand volley through the middle.
Rajiv Ram just toasted that forehand. Don't come in my house.
Didn't have to move too much, just kind of right where you like it. Belt high.
All right, Orlando gets the game nonetheless. So 9 games all. Skupski, just one of the many Brits inside the top 100. Got a wonderful system for developing British doubles players led by Louis Caillé. Very innovative coach, originally out of Montreal, who crossed the pond and started work for the LTA. Doing a great job over there, Louis, and a good man. Nice to see him having success. Skupski, 5 doubles titles. Got a few with his brother. Here's Rajiv. Boy, enjoying a brilliant breakthrough season. First men's doubles title at a Grand Slam.
Rajiv Ram also got a silver medal in his closet in the mixed doubles, actually with Venus Williams. They lost to Jack Sock and Bethany Mattek-Sands.
Carmel, Indiana. I wonder if Fred Luddy, the owner of the league, is familiar with Rajiv. Fred is from a small town, Indianapolis.
So we got a couple Hoosiers out here.
That's right, Newcastle, Indiana. Of course, Fred is now the founder of Service Now, 6,000 employees. Made the cover of Forbes magazine a couple of years back, one of the top 100 innovators. And great to have him along as our greatest and best supporter. Good things come out of Indiana. I think that's what we're trying to say. The American Midwest. Jessica Pagula serving. She's out of Buffalo, New York.
Wow, Bethany Mattek-Sands so quickly into the net after the return, got past Skupski. Senses the opening, you can see that transition volley. And the next volley going right at the net man. Most vulnerable player, person closest to you right there.
Was that a two-handed volley? Because the first one she played was one.
Yeah, it was like an in-between, you know, a little
tweener.
Other hand to help you with some stability.
I think that's something that players with two-handed backhands really need to develop, is the ability to get comfortable dropping that. If you're a right-hander, drop the left hand, play a good one-handed volley.
Yeah, you want to be able to hit the family of shots. Backhand slice, the chip, the short volley, all with the same motion.
So Kim and Terry Pegula own a couple of major sport teams in Buffalo. And obviously big tennis fans these days. We saw David Witt here, Jessica's personal coach. Of course, David, a longtime coach with Venus Williams. So Pegula makes some strides to do even bigger, better things. She takes care of her service game, gets to 2-1. Boy, great day today. We talked about how it's very warm. The players weren't taking a lot of time in practice before the match. It was 90 degrees a little earlier. But, a lot of humidity. Now, if we did ever have issues like we had one day earlier this week, got a beautiful indoor court set up at a facility, just a 2-minute walk, literally just slightly uphill. It's a wonderful setting. There's a look at the indoor facility. And we had a nice hit on this court. It's a beautiful background, great seats.
Yeah, the court really plays nicely. It was in there this morning. I've really done a nice job making it play exactly like this outdoor court. Oh, Rajiv Ram. Watch the angle he's able to create with this backhand volley. Gets his hands up while he moves. Carves the outside of the ball. Right into the bench.
That little head fake there. It's like he almost drew the ball to him.
There's one commonality we see with all these great volleyers. They're finishing right on top of the net. They understand the situation. When they're in a plus situation, an offensive situation, they're closing hard on that net strap.
And that's a good lesson for tennis players at home. I mean, if you can get in that position, you're going to win most of the points that way.
And a little secret, the closer you are to the net, the harder it is to miss.
Yeah. I mean, you are vulnerable to the lob, however, so you need to manage that space in front of you with the space behind, right? It's tough.
Exactly. And great finish here from Jesse Pegula. Watch that left hand go up. Nice finish.
Yeah, that can be an awkward ball because Skupski's a lefty, so he's got that center court thought. Pegula took it.
Gosh, Bethany Mattek-Sands really hitting that slice serve down the tee so well on the ad court.
So 2 games all, 4 games in the books. We've held serve each time. So we'll change ends, take a short break, come right back.
Emerson Latzia here, and tennis fans, you're gonna love this. DraftKings is partnered with World Team Tennis, and we've got an exclusive way for everyone to get in on the action with thousands of dollars in prizes this season. Download the DraftKings app and enter our free-to-play tennis pools with promo code WTT. Then put your knowledge to the test and answer a series of questions about the matches being played that day. So enter now, download the DraftKings app, use promo code WTT, and play free for thousands of dollars in prizes.
The Wolfpack's on. Here they come. Fires, baby!
Back at the Greenbrier, here's center court at Creekside. really been host to so many wonderful events. The Pete Sampras Tennis Clinic. We had the Champions Tennis Classic. Pete Sampras, John McEnroe, Jim Courier, James Blake. Sampras and Roddick were also featured a few years back. Venus Williams, Shelby Rogers. A really wonderful evening of tennis and sort of late afternoon. Put together some great events at the Greenbrier. And this magnificent stadium really is perfect. Not a bad seat in the house for world-class tennis.
Just such an amazing setting here, built to the side of the hill. The creek right there, golf course.
Yeah, we walk out of the stadium after the matches are completed, and there are, gentlemen fly fishing in the creek. It really is like a step back into time.
Gee, Rom, so good getting that backhand return down at the feet of Skupski, making him volley up. Skupski knows he needs to put a little something on it, otherwise Mattek-Sands is going to pick it off. Maybe part of the reason why he pushed it long. Watch Mattek-Sands moving forward. Just enough movement to make Skupski think about that volley.
Yeah, good, strong second serve. If you want to measure how good someone's serve is, take a look at the second. Are you getting a swing at it? Can they move it around? Can they play with different spins?
You don't see Bethany Mattek-Sands giving up too many freebies on returns either. One of the best returners, particularly in mixed doubles.
And if you can get her to miss, that's usually evidence that you've hit a pretty good serve. Or maybe your partner at the net's making some good moves. Yeah, Rajiv is starting to feel it on the returns now.
Yeah, returns don't get too much better than that. Right down the middle of the court, on top of the baseline.
Yeah, and without being too critical, you felt like that might have been Pegula's ball. It looked like it was on that side of the service line. And, the net player has to be able to take those shots in the middle because Skupski has to be sort of valuable for all the other space over there. So a little Geico timeout.
Gosh, it's a great serve down the tee from the left-hander. And it hits the back fence to the right of the center stripe. There's so much action on that ball.
Yeah, watch this one curve right at us.
It's going to move away from Mattek-Sands.
And there's the break. So Chicago making moves. 3-2.
Nice reaction from Jessie Pegula, but she needs to know the next ball's coming right at her.
Now the Storm winning the opening set 5-4. That was men's singles. Chicago striking back to win the women's doubles 5-3. Right now in the mixed doubles.
Such a smooth service motion. So fluid.
Yeah, he must have watched a lot of Pete Sampras matches when he was young.
You can see the nice toss, the shoulder turn.
And watch how he raises the left foot. He brings the toe up in the air. Just a quick nod at Pete Sampras there. So misses that short overhead. Here's a look at the serve.
Nice pause in the beginning, little delay in the hands. Back arch trophy position.
Yeah, great trophy position. What'd you say they called him?
Rampress.
Rampress. Is Pete aware of that?
We should let him know. So good from Mattek-Sands. In mixed doubles, when you're the female player, you know the ball is coming at you in certain situations like that. And she was ready the entire time, knew exactly where she's going. She's going in that big space in the middle of the court.
You know, one last thing about, Sampras and Ram having a game. Is imitation an important way to learn how to play the game?
Yeah, so many players are visual learners. You want to watch the best in the business, and they can show you how it's done.
I mean, obviously, I used to watch a number of people play, McEnroe, Connors, Geralditis, all these guys, and Borg. And I used to take qualities from each of them. So I'd like to play move like Connors and hit my serve like McEnroe. And the tenacity and self-control of Borg, which I never had. Too temperamental.
40-30.
But clearly he saw some things in the Sampras game. It's a pretty nice game to emulate.
The serve, the forehand, two of the greatest weapons maybe in his generation.
Yeah. What a wonderful combination. That's 4-2 now.
Just great teamwork. The kick serve wide. Bethany Mattek-Sands knowing where that ball's going. Like the way she stays on that volley. Doesn't move off it too quickly.
And 13-10, the match score. So Chicago trying to build the lead. But it's a big moment for Orlando. They've got to get a hold here. Just keep it close. 2 more events after this. And you want to keep that difference as small as possible, or get it ahead if you can for your team.
Nice strong serve out wide from Jessie Pegula. She's really doing a better job syncing up her legs. That was one of the points of emphasis, talking to David Witt earlier. Ken Skupski again right on top of the net. If he stays back, this return from Bethany Mattek's going to drop down by his feet. He moves forward, gets a nice volley, chest height.
I think Skupski knew he was taking a big chance, but he was ahead in the score. Maybe he felt it was worthwhile.
Raj hitting a few lines out there. Such a good split step, quick turn, contact out in front.
So Orlando does get the game. Now it's up to Bethany Mattek-Sands serving in the 8th game to close it out. Quick conversation with Kamau Murray, just a moment to towel off. We mentioned the temperatures here, the heat, the humidity. Boy, it is work up a really good sweat. So you want to make sure your hands are dry. You got a good contact point with the racket.
Look for Rajiv Ram to be very active around the net. That's a big first point for Orlando. A lot of payoff from the kick serves in the ad court. Getting up out of the strike zone. Pegula, nice shoulder fake. Rajiv Ram right in position to put the volley way down the middle. Rajiv Ram is not someone who's going to poach lob. He's going to do a lot of fakes and shimmies and stay in the same spot and just get close to the net.
Close on the baseline, but just a little long. Gonna have to watch Ram more closely. I haven't really noticed him shimmying, but we're gonna see that.
You saw just the shaking.
Okay, just saw
not the shimmying.
Not the shimmying. Okay. Get some of our expert cameramen on the task. 30-15. What a volley.
What a cover of the line from Ken Skupski. Watch Rajiv Ram, nice little move. Nice job covering the line from Ken Skupski. These players know when they're stretched wide, that volley needs to go down the middle. That's where the court's going to be open.
Couple of set points for the Windy City. There's not much wind here today. It is still. Great conditions for tennis if you like heat and humidity, but not much of a cooling breeze around here. We're pretty hot up in our cat box here. Oh, that's a great move. An impressive set of tennis from the Chicago Smash. 5-3 they take it. Some real shot making. And they've elevated their team now to 14-11.
And with 3 sets to the books, Chicago is leading by 3 games. That's your champion.
Bethany Mattek-Sands takes the women's doubles, and alongside Rajiv Ram and that volley, take the mixed.
Okay. Welcome back. Chicago leads Orlando 14-11, winning in mixed doubles and women's doubles. Looking for a little revenge after they lost to the Storm a couple days ago. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Olivia Decker. Now, it's not rare for teams to face each other twice in this 3-week season, but not every team will. Let's take a look at both teams' upcoming schedule for what's coming up next. First up, the Chicago Smash, presented by DraftKings. They play Monday against San Diego, and then you see again Tuesday, Wednesday, have Thursday off, Friday, Saturday, a couple days off, and July 26th. They finish with Vegas at 3 o'clock. And then for the Storm, they have another Tuesday, Wednesday off, which is lovely for all these teams wanting to hit the pool or the golf course. Saturday versus Philly, and then July 26, 27, 28, all to finish. Again, not uncommon to have 3 matches in 3 days around here. Up next is women's singles, a rematch between 2017 U.S. Open champ Sloane Stephens and Danielle Collins, 2-time NCAA champ at nearby UVA. Danielle won the last meeting 5-0. Going to be a good one coming up next.
Final match of day 8, tonight at 8. Three minutes. Two minutes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now time to meet the competitors for our next set, which will feature women's singles. First for Orlando, she was a quarterfinalist of the 2019 Wimbledon Championships in doubles. She also went to the semifinals at the Australian Open last year as well, and started at the University of Virginia. Give it up for Danielle Collins. And for Chicago, a winner of 6 WTA titles, including the 2017 U.S. Open. The next year, she was a finalist at the French Open. 1 minute. Also went to the Tour Finals. From Plantation, Florida, Sloane Stephens. Collins against Stephens in women's singles coming up.
So welcome back, everyone. Day 8 coverage continues from the Greenbrier. The Storm and the Smash. It's a good one. And the Smash have taken the last couple of sets very close indeed. They almost had the first set. Nakashima had a break advantage on Sandgren before tennis came roaring back. So that is where we stand at the moment. 14-11. Women's singles next. A good one. Sloane Stephens, former U.S. Open champ. She's getting ready in the final practice swings before she takes the court against Danielle Collins. And Danielle Collins beat her pretty badly last time they played. So perhaps a little revenge in mind for Sloane in this one. 27 years of age. Splits her time between Los Angeles and Toronto, Canada.
I'm excited to see how Sloane Stephens bounces back today after the 5-love match last time. Speaking with Coach Kamau Murray before the match, he said this would be the key to getting a victory today, the women's singles. It's an interesting matchup. Collins likes to take some time away, hit big flash shots through the court. Sloane Stephens like to give up a couple space from the baseline, play heavy, and look for her inside-out forehand.
Yeah, Sloane likes to sort of soak up your pressure and then turn the tables. She's very, very good at it. Roland Garros finalist, U.S. Open champion.
She can get the ball up and out of your strike zone when she's being really physical. Want to see how Collins reacts to that today.
Yeah, Collins has had some Grand Slam success too. Semifinals in Australia a couple of years ago. But she started off 2020 in good form. See where she's at today against Sloane Stephens.
Danielle Collins is a 1993 birth year, same birth year as Sloane Stephens. When you play your peers, when you play the people that are your same age, there's a little something extra on the line.
Collins to 30-15. Let's look at Brandon Nakashima. Mentioned that he had a year at UVA, and we've got a few Cavalier fans in attendance. I believe some of the team from UVA is in attendance. So nice to have them aboard. So you can see the pattern of the points developing early. It's Brandon supporting Sloane. Stephens just, as you said, trying to make it physical. Put a lot of balls in play. Find a moment when she can strike.
When I used to work for the USTA, I would hit in her practices sometimes, and Sloane Stephens doesn't look like she's swinging that fast, but her ball comes off with so much weight to it. The combination of power and spin feels like a bowling ball on your racket.
Deuce, the starting point. Receiver's choice. Put your hands together, everybody. We have another deciding point.
Collins aggressive inside the baseline and able to extract the air.
Got some good defense initially from Sloane Stephens, tracking balls down early in the point. She hits a pretty good slice right here because the next ball she had a chance to do something with this forehand. Just not quite high enough over the net. I thought she had a chance to run Danielle Collins into the forehand corner there.
Sloane wants to make it physical. She wants to make it vocal.
We were talking before the match to Coach Murray a little bit about the learning curve in this format, coming off the bench, for a player like Sloane Stephens who didn't play doubles, jumping right into the singles. It's a lot of pace from Danielle Collins through the middle of the court.
That's a big point. Sloan. Kamal Murray trying to encourage and support Sloan, trying to get her going. She's lost 6 consecutive games now after the last match and this one against Collins. That's out.
15-40.
Danielle Collins really locking it in, tracking balls down. It's a good backhand from Sloane Stephens to open the court. But just remember, when you're going down the line, the court is shorter to that target.
And pulled that return just a little wide. Yeah, there's some immaculate depth. Another deciding point.
Oh, great defense from Sloane Stephens. So good counter punching. When you get her moving, she can turn it to another gear. Hits a big forehand up the line. This is the one that changed the point. Look at the depth here. This slice is going to give Collins trouble. Nice change of pace. Huge deciding point for Sloane Stephens and her Chicago teammates.
Yeah, she's an excellent mover, isn't she? The way she's able to stay on balance. She's really on the dead run. Keeps her head very still.
Huge return to the middle of the court. Nice racket head speed. That ball is coming in with so much weight to it. Collins couldn't bring it down. Looks like a missed target there from Sloane Stephens. Left this ball too short. It's going to bounce right on the service line. That's an easy forehand for Danielle Collins. She likes that ball below her shoulders. That's the ball Sloane Stephens wants to get up over the shoulders.
That's 15-30.
That's a forehand that gives a lot of players trouble. Speed, power, and spin. Watch the angle. This is a good rally ball, getting the ball up. And this defense going through the sideline.
Unforced error from Stevens there. Collins has had a strong 2020 before the break. She had wins over Svitolina, Bencic, Kennan. The players she lost to in Brisbane, Madison Keys, and in Adelaide, Ash Barty. So she's been bumping up against some of the best players in the world and having tremendous success. She's up against another great player in Sloane Stevens today. And right now, able to find a way back to get to 2-1.
That was a really great shot of the pronation that takes place at the top of the motion. Nice long axis rotation. That's how you get the speed going to the backhand part of the box.
Yeah, it's nice to see a player when they get that acceleration up at the ball, because that helps you carry the net. And the pronation, right, helps you get it inside the service line. Beautiful. Is it like throwing a baseball or a football or both? That pronation.
Yeah, it's a little similar to throwing a football. Hand is sort of close to your ear, maybe facing your ear, and as you release, the hand is going towards wherever your target is.
Nearly picked her off with the pass, found the tape instead. 15 all.
Nice defense again from Sloane Stevens. Looked like she had a good look at a pass here. Almost makes me wonder, like, what's going to happen in this match if she can string together a couple good points in a row? How will that change the momentum?
Another one over the baseline. So it just looks like a couple of altitude errors where they're a little flat and they just carry.
Yeah, sometimes players who like to play heavy, when they flatten the ball out, they can need a couple points to find the range.
Yeah. The altitude is very unforgiving. If you don't hit it just right, enough spin. That's money. Second serve return, and it's a break point.
I like this return target. Danielle Collins does a nice job getting inside the baseline and away from the baseline, away from the sideline. That was a big shot at a safe target. And that's a shot she's so good at.
A double fault. So Stevens loses her serve, and it's 3-1 for the Storm. Cutting into the lead, it's 15-14 now. And we'll see what happens when we return. Will Stevens still be playing?
Here they come.
Oh, we love our new home. Neighborhood's great.
Amazing school district. The HOA has been very involved.
These shrubs aren't board approved. You need to break down your cardboard.
Thank you.
Violation. Violation.
I see you've met Cynthia.
At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
And does help us save a bunch of money.
2 inches over regulation.
Thanks, Cynthia.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
All right, back at the Greenbrier, and you can see the scenario that's developed. Jeannie Bouchard in for Sloane Stevens. Stevens double faulting at 2-1 to lose her serve. Now it's 3-1, so Collins will square off against Bouchard. Jeannie, who played well in the doubles, getting a first look in the singles.
Chicago's looking for an injection of energy right here. Kind of challenging to come in off the bench midway through singles. Got to get yourself going, move the feet.
And Bouchard, a former world number 5 after that brilliant Wimbledon year where she got to the championship match. It was 6 years ago. I mentioned she's been working a little bit with Renee Stubbs, but she also spent some time in Las Vegas.
She's been spending a lot of time in Vegas working out with Gil Reyes in the gym, working on her physicality, getting stronger. It's so important in tennis to have strong legs. Be able to accelerate and decelerate. Slam on the brakes, getting into the corners.
What's it like for a player like Collins, who's, okay, she's focused on suddenly Sloane Stevens, then bang, she's got to adjust to Jeannie Bouchard. Just stick with what you're doing, or do you adjust your game?
I think it's challenging, but you tell yourself, yeah, let's stick with my plan A, my game style, how I want to play points.
Well, in the end, it's a fairly comfortable game as Bouchard just couldn't get enough balls back into play. And you can see what the 4-1 lead does. It gets us to 15 games all. So things are starting to get interesting here. This is the 4th event. The next event, men's doubles to close it down.
Yeah, it's a real tall order to come in off the bench midway through a set. A little easier to do things on your serve. You can control the tempo, start to set up points, how you want to set them up. Nice overhead and the inside in from Jeannie Bouchard's been good all day.
Bouchard, originally out of Montreal, Canada. Played at the training center there in Quebec before moving to Florida when she was very young. Trained with Nick Saviano at that time. Nick Saviano, former pro, who's done some excellent coaching over the years.
Oh, that's good tennis. So aggressive from the middle of the court with that forehand. Like the way she gets into the corner, accelerates. This one was the big one, moving out of the middle, creating space, using your inside out, and then the swing volley. Always go inside out before inside in.
Pretty classy exchange there.
40-15.
Yeah, the way Bouchard is striking the ball, the way she's moving, she just seems to have such good focus. She's going to definitely improve on a ranking of 332. I mean, she's definitely playing bigger and better ball than that. No, that is just money.
That's
excellent tennis.
That's a confident Jeannie Bouchard stepping into the blue. When she's taking away time and she's looking to be proactive, especially with her backhand, she's so effective. It's a high percentage shot over the low part of the net. That's the look in the eye that we like to see.
Yeah. I mean, I think when she's all about the tennis, she can get back to where she once was. Obviously a very popular player on the tour. Huge following in social media. But it's about the tennis that you can really build your name and your brand.
Great tee serve from Danielle Collins. Nice way to bounce back after the previous game. Nice rhythm.
So Collins serving for the set. Coughs up the double. Good aggressive strike. Bouchard pressing Collins into that forehand corner. And I notice a few errors on that wing from Collins when she is pressured.
That's where you can attack so many of these players. Danielle Collins doesn't get on the outside of the ball particularly well. Going fast into that corner is a winning play. So quickly up to that short ball. The deep return is giving Collins all kinds of problem, pushing her off the baseline, allowing Jeannie Bouchard to be the one controlling the court.
And what is Bouchard doing now that maybe Sloane Stephens wasn't doing? Just applying pressure, going for her shots?
She's playing with great energy,
yeah,
looking to be proactive.
That's wide. And Chicago gets the break. Bouchard to 3-4. Played a very good game there.
Yeah, she's making Danielle Collins play a lot of defense. Sloane Stephens sort of trying to work her way into the point. Danielle Collins was able to dictate the tempo. Here, Jeannie Bouchard's coming out to the court, trying to control that baseline, push Collins off it, and make her play balls from parts of the court she doesn't particularly like to be in.
Good pressure. Bouchard on the stretch. Yeah, Jeannie's got 1.6 million followers on Twitter, 2.1 million on Instagram. But the most important followers today are all her teammates collected in the back corner of the court. I mean, that's how valuable this moment is to all these players. They want to get the win. They'd like to be around in the Final Four for the playoffs early August. It's a King Trophy, but I know there's a few bonus prize money dollars also on the line. So 15-30 behind in the score. You'd love to dial up a first serve, maybe win the point outright, certainly get yourself the advantage early. Instant game planning. That's real good.
That backhand down the line from Collins on the ad return. Actually, I thought it was a pretty decent kick, in my opinion.
Take another look at this, the execution. She's up on the baseline and just a lot of left hand.
Yeah, that's what happens when you go for big targets. You have plenty of margin for error. Nice return.
Set points.
Oh, too good. Great setup for the inside in swing volley. And that forehand down the line, strong right leg. Look at the racket head speed. She does a great job getting in position for this one. Right leg and stays over that shot with the shoulders. Nice finish up the line. Got to be strong to hit that one. Gil Reyes would be very happy.
Her off, saves 2 set points. It's deciding point.
Jeannie Bouchard's so good when she's the one establishing the tempo and able to string a few points together. She's really difficult to keep track of out there. So dynamic on the court. She can make the court feel really small.
So Geico timeout. Just a moment for both players to make sure they're right. What's the nature of the conversation now?
Jeannie Bouchard, you're talking to make a first serve here. Let's try to get inside the baseline. On the other side, I've been on the other side as well. I've said you need to match her energy right here. When Jeannie Bouchard's playing with that tempo and making the points happen fast, you need to match her energy early in the point.
Bouchard takes the deciding point. And you can see 18-15 now for Chicago. Bouchard coming in as a substitute has done some excellent work.
Yeah, most impressed with just the energy coming in off the bench, getting yourself going. Tough to jump into a return game. Danielle Collins has a pretty good serve, missed a couple returns long. Didn't phase her, handled her business on her own serve, and clawed her way into this set.
Yeah, she won 3 of the last 4 games.
Nice positive body language from Bouchard's shoulders back, head up, bouncing around. That's a huge backhand out of the corner. It's noticeable strength in the legs to be able to get into the corner for that open stance backhand and just counter big through the middle. That's pure pace.
She went after it.
It's a good error. It's an aggressive error. You
Yeah.
like to see that. It's a confident player error.
I know you mentioned she was working with Gil Reyes. I know she hit some balls with Andre Agassi and Steffi Graf while she was out in Vegas.
That might be beneficial.
Yeah, can't hurt.
Might be a productive hour.
You know, the ball is coming back pretty quick.
Wow, what a serve. 111 on the gun. Racket head kept moving the whole time. Nice shot at the pronation there. Easy backhand to the open court.
How about that? I can't remember ever seeing Bouchard serve this well.
I ran into her 2 days ago and I told her I saw her hit 108 on the gun in doubles. And she was like, really? Wow.
That was 105 to help her get the 3-1. And this is where it can be tough as a captain. You've got Sloane Stephens, a Grand Slam champion, but maybe just not right, not playing her best. Down 1-3, and he subs her.
And the player you coach full-time on tour.
Yeah.
Another dynamic, but great decision from Kamau Murray.
And if the Chicago Smash want to be around in the top 4, be in the playoffs, they're going to have to get through tough moments like this.
It's a real luxury in your team as well to have two players who can contribute in singles. Orlando has Collins and Pegula. You know, Philadelphia, Kennan, Townsend.
Now this time it's Collins delivering a beautiful serve.
What an answer back. Nice rhythm. Little unorthodox with the grip on the serve, but gets nice action moving off the court.
Three straight points for Collins and a set point.
We were meant to get here, leave 4-4 all. Deciding point.
Yeah, just a little late on the forehand. That's been the leaky side of her game. Here's Bouchard. She had the last 3 points. She'll need the final one on her racket if she's to take the set. Bouchard with the first serve.
Wow. From 3-1 down. That racket's donezo.
Collins will be disappointed, no doubt. So loses the tiebreak. She was up 4-1. But the 4 straight games, the 9-point tiebreak, that's a 19-15 lead. Jeannie Bouchard, the hero of the women's singles, the smash, have the lead coming down to the final event, the men's doubles.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, heading into set number 5. Men's doubles on display next. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, if the trailing team wins the final set, and if the match works out, you can go into extended play. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the participants, starting with Chicago. To the left of the chair, winner of 20 ATP titles in his career. He also won the Australian Open men's doubles this year with Joe Salisbury. Give it up for Rajiv Raj. 1 minute. To the right of the chair, inserted in for Brandon Nakashima. Entering his 3rd season of World Team Tennis and the winningest player in school history at the University of Michigan. He is also the champion of 7 doubles titles on the Challenger Tour. Put your hands together for Chicago native Evan King. 30 seconds.
Well, summer is heating up. It certainly is here in West Virginia. So is World Team Tennis. Be sure to visit us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and at World Team Tennis, and on the web at WTT.com. We've got exclusive content, highlights, and all this great merchandise. World Team Tennis 2020. You'll love all the great merchandise we have. Here's what's coming up. The men's doubles. Brandon Nakashima and Rajiv Ram. Tennis Sandgren and Ken Skupski. We'll see if Brandon is ready to go. No, he wasn't on court warming up. But I think he's ready to go, though, alongside Rajiv Ram. Nakashima, just 18 years of age, a sensational newcomer to World Team Tennis and the pro tennis scene.
The final set, and they're still down in the match. They would force extended play. More to come. Ready for play. 5th set.
So looks like we have a substitution. Evan King is going to step in, the left-hander. Really fun, nice young player. So we've got a lefty-righty combination then with Ram and King.
The Michigan man.
Yeah, we've had a lot of Kings in World Team Tennis over the years.
One really important one.
Billie Jean King, Darren King, Vanya King. And here's Evan King playing for the Chicago Smash. Of course, he hails from the Windy City. They're up against Tennis Sandgren and Ken Skupski. It's not over, though. Remember, the Storm can make a comeback. If the Storm can win this last set, if they don't tie things up with games won, they could certainly force extended play and perhaps a super tiebreak. They're familiar with that. The last couple of matches the Storm have played have been super tiebreaks.
Got a little breeze now coming across the court.
Now we mentioned Evan King. And all the Kings involved in World Team Tennis. Of course, Billie Jean King, the founder, and the first MVP of the league back in 1974.
Were you in the league at that time?
No, I wasn't. I was not at that time. But this is what everyone's playing for, the beautiful Billie Jean King trophy. See, the 4 players, 2 men, 2 women making an equal contribution.
A useful net cord for Rajiv Ram and Evan King. Evan King's a fun player to watch. Plays with a lot of energy, great athlete. Moves back quickly to cover the lob. Great hands around the net.
Yeah, he's a nice addition on the doubles side when you put him alongside Ram, because Ram's going to create some opportunities for King to move and get involved, and likewise for King.
Certain teams might not like the lefty serve.
Chicago. 1 game all.
3-time All-American at the University of Michigan. Evan King put up a lot of W's for the Wolverines.
Yeah, great history of tennis in Michigan. Dominating the Big Ten for many years, although it seems like it's leaned a little more towards Ohio State these days. Sandgren and Skupski also forming a lefty-righty combination. Here's Ken Skupski out of Liverpool, England. And nice work from King. He battled Sandgren toe-to-toe. And there's the value of the defensive lob right there. Force your opponent back, get some space to hit into. Even if it is a miss hit, you'll take it.
Yeah, that angle was incredible.
So look at Skupski in the doubles.
Out.
The value of a good first serve in doubles. Of course, in doubles you have smaller targets to return into, so it's maybe not a highest percentage play, but you've got to find ways to make it however you can.
That can actually help some players,
Yeah.
to be honest. Takes away the decision making. You
Good
know you
point.
have one target, and you you better hit it there, otherwise your partner's out to dry. I felt like it always helped me knowing I have one spot I'm hitting this ball.
And you have to accept the fact that if a man moves to that spot, if the return's good enough, maybe you can just stay even. All right, Orlando gets another game. So 2017, so you see how this last set is going to go. The Storm have got to take it to stay in this or possibly win it. Force extended play.
It's very challenging to make up ground in men's doubles, so difficult to break serve. Oh, that was an early Ken Skupski move. Might have taken King's eye off the ball. Yeah, a veteran move right there.
Boy, look at how close he is to the net. The racket was right on top of it.
That's where Rajiv Ram's so valuable in doubles. Balls do not get by him. Like I say, he's not super active, but he moves close. Anything within his wingspan, it's getting put away.
Yeah, he's got long arms. Takes up a lot of space up there.
It's a great lefty serve from Evan King. Evan King was a great junior player with the class of '92, along with Raymond Sarmiento and Dennis Kudla. They won the Junior Davis Cup title in 16s.
Good looking point. He kept coming forward. King looking very sure of himself. 2 games all. Final set. Great attacking tennis. The Chicago Smash trying to close the door on the Storm. Welcome back, everyone, to look at 37-year-old Ken Skupski, although this was 2001, so this was a long time ago, 19 years to be exact. That's little brother, Neil Skupski. Of course, Ken is 7 years older than Neil. Great photo of the two of them at the All England Tennis Club.
What a special memory for a couple brothers.
Yeah, both matriculating at LSU. They played college tennis here, obviously, and great love of family between them. And must be tremendously satisfying for Ken to see his little brother follow and become a pro and also achieve great things in the game. Ken is now a family man. He's got a brood of sons that he's got to take care of. His wife works in the medical industry, so she's been very busy of late, as has everyone in the front lines. But, so he's been manning the home front, Ken. So love 15 on the Sandgren serve. So instead of using the signal, they'll just have a quick chat about where they're going to serve, who's going to move. See Skupski coming forward almost to the net strap, trying to find something in the middle. Oh, missed it.
Oh, that's a small target. You don't normally see Rajiv Ram hitting that overhead there. Normally he'll put that smash away down the middle of the court. There's a lot of space available in the middle right there.
So interesting to watch these doubles positions. I mean, Skupski's right in the center of the court.
You can just take up so much space. It's so difficult to hit the ball around a netman who's that close.
And they're going to force Sandgren to play some tough volleys.
Yeah, Rajiv Ram is so smart with his shot selection. He knows exactly where the ball is going if he has any time whatsoever. And it's going to go to the player that plays less doubles than the other.
Yeah, Sandgren has built his career primarily from the back of the court. So you get him up at the net, you're going to test those talents up there. Good serve. Now, the last time these two teams squared off, the Storm won 21-16. Collins beat Sloane Stephens 5-love. She was up 3-1 against Collins against Sloane in this one. They substituted in Jeannie Bouchard. Bouchard came back and won in a tiebreak, 5-4. One of the reasons the Smash is hanging on to this lead. Evan King also right in the center of the court. Good return pressure that ended up becoming a very difficult volley for Evan King, so that's 15 all. Yeah, the last two matches the Storm played have come down to super tie breaks.
Oh, what a point.
Wow.
Chicago was in control of that one. Tennis-Sandgren doing what he does, running balls down. Look at this half volley. Rajiv Ram makes those half volleys look so easy. Evan King getting involved. We're going to see a nice drop volley right here. Tennis-Sandgren keeps the point alive with a great get.
Dials up a huge serve. Skupski testing King's volley this time. Earns himself and his team a break-point chance. So that's Skupski at his best off the ground.
Yeah, a couple of really well-struck forehands here. Ken Skupski. The backhand draws the air.
I like how he committed to the strategy. In the end, it worked.
Is the sound point is here to go.
So deciding point number 6 on the day. Orlando has the edge 3-2, but it's Ram who has the serve. Missed it.
Oh, a frustrated Tennis Sandgren. Had a pretty good look at that pass. Actually had 2 passes. The last point with the backhand down line here with the inside in.
You know, and you just wonder, and it's easy to second guess, but go right at King. Skupski had just had that kind of breakdown success. Make him play.
Skupski showed that you don't need to hit winners. You don't need to hit great passes. Yeah. Make them show, make them prove that they can come up with great volley after great volley.
Three games all, and a 4-game lead for Chicago. Trying to hang on to this victory.
Nice low return from Evan King.
Washington beat Vegas in their first match today. So Vegas drops to 3-4. Castles go to 3-3. Chicago at 3-1 would like to get the win here. They'd move into a first place tie with Philadelphia at 4-1. Here's a quick glance at them. New York Empire 3-2. The Smash at 3-1. And the Storm batting .500 at 3-3. They need a win too.
That move from Evan King, trying to get involved in the match, especially with his left-handed volley. It's a really natural poach for him to make. Even if you miss shots like that, you're telling your partner, yeah, keep doing it, keep trying it. Wow, Ken Skupski is so good reading the play.
He ended up right on top of the net again. Yeah, watch how close he gets by the time his point's played.
The short drop volley. Ken Skupski knows that ball's gonna have a little air under it. He just needs to move forward. Tennis Sandgren, a little casual volley. Nice finish from the LSU Tiger.
And if you're on the other side of the net, if you see that, should you hit a lob maybe? Or it's happened so fast, obviously.
Yeah, and it's really tough to hit a lob from that short in the court.
Yeah, the game's easy up here, isn't it?
It's very easy from where we watch. You know, it's even easier from the coach's box on the side of the court.
We got him that time. Excellent play from King. And this time he sees the play. Just holds that forehand to the last second. 30 love trying to force a 9-point tiebreak.
Ken Skupski get a pretty good look at a short second serve right there, only 81 miles per hour.
Excellent service game, and that's 4 games all. Tiebreak coming up. Sandgren and Skupski to serve the first 2 points. So Orlando needs to win the final set. Remember, extended play rules. The trailing team must win the last set. If they're still losing in terms of total games, they can continue to win games until the score is tied, or the team that's leading wins 1 game. If the score does ultimately get even, we'd play a super tiebreak, something that the Storm know well. Their last 2 matches have been super tiebreaks. And then the Chicago Smash beat the New York Empire, saving a match point, ultimately winning in a super tiebreak. And Nakashima beating Jack Sock in a brilliant match. Yeah, had that result been different, the New York Empire would have been 4-1. Instead, they're 3-2.
Yeah, Tennis Sangren was a little irritated after this double fault. The racket went flying high in the air. Great move, Evan King. Exact same move he tried a game ago. This time capitalized. That's why you tell your man, keep trying it. Anything you can get your racket on, you go for. Especially crossing with that left-hand forehand.
Yeah, King is so quick and good hand-eye coordination.
Great defensive volley from Evan King. Creates so much angle. You know, when the ball gets behind you on that forehand volley, you kind of hit it behind your pocket. Oh, how about that volley from Rajiv Ram? He went nice and soft to keep it low in front of Ken Skupski.
Yeah, Orlando just salvaging 1 of the first 4 points.
Little dink volley. Evan King just catches the tape. A lot of carve on this one.
So change of sides for the guys. Coming down the final stretch of this vital match. Chicago's a couple points away from getting into first place. It's really been a team effort. Sloane Stephens, Bouchard, Mattek-Sands, Nakashima playing men's singles. Good tiebreak set, although a loss to Sandgren. You can see the chemistry cameraman tried to catch that one. It was way up in the stands. Just didn't have the hand skills. All right, 3 points all. So it'll come down to the final 3 points or 2. And the Chicago Smash will be in charge of those on serve. King will try and get it done. So the lefty, where does he go with this first serve? These are all the little decisions you need to make.
Lefty bread and butter here, Leaf. What do we think? The slider wide?
Yeah,
I sliced body?
I feel like out wide. You know, get Sandgren out there with the 2 hands. Try and get him out of the court.
Let Rajiv clean up the trash at the net. Oh!
Whoa, he was sitting on that return, and he hit a beautiful one up the line. Saves a match point. We've got a deciding point. Will we have extended play?
What a backhand. Tennis Sandgren's been looking for that one. We're going to run it back on the same side of the court.
Now where do you go?
Same spot.
What a bounce. Lots of spin from King and extracting the return error. The Chicago Smash. What a big victory. A little bit of revenge from having lost to Orlando earlier. So 24-19 is your final. The Chicago Smash go to 4-1. We'll be back in a minute.
World Team Tennis is brought to you by Geico. World Team Tennis is brought to you by Geico. Did you know that Geico is now offering an extra 15% credit on car insurance? That's on top of what Geico could already save you. Visit geico.com to learn more. By the Greenbrier Valley in West Virginia, home to scenic trails and quiet rivers, friendly mountain towns, and America's resort, the Greenbrier. And by DraftKings. Download the DraftKings app and use promo code WTT to play free for thousands of dollars in prizes this season.
24-19. Day 8 here at the Greenbrier. What a dramatic win this was. The Smash getting a bit of revenge from having lost to the Storm in their first matchup last week. And Jeannie Bouchard, with this brilliant performance in the women's singles, substituted down 1-3. She ended up taking out Danielle Collins, so she's our guaranteed rate player of the match. Jeannie Bouchard, the Canadian, doing some great things. And she's down courtside now with Olivia Decker.
Thank you, Leaf. Yeah, Jeannie was totally the game changer, coming in for Sloane Stephens in women's singles, down 3-1. Jeannie's with us now. Jeannie, when you were watching on the sideline and got to come in and intervene, what were you focused on Danielle's game?
I was super nervous, first of all, because it's hard to come into the middle of a match when you're cold. I didn't feel warm at all. My first game, I was terrible. I missed like every single return, and I was like, oh God, the coach is going to regret putting me in now. But I warmed up and I got into it, and super proud with how I just kind of handled the tough moments.
Well, you hit a lot of balls on the rise, making Danielle play a lot of defense. Was that a part of your game plan at all, or your scouting report?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of always my game plan, and I think we thought that my game would fit well against Danielle's as well, and so, yeah, Sloane was just super, like, ready to be like, look, if it's not going well, like, you're coming in, be ready, so we were kind of ready from the beginning, and yeah, just super happy to pull it out.
And I've got to mention doubles as well. You and Bethany Mattek-Sands have been on a tear. How have you established this dynamic?
It's been so great. She's such an unbelievable doubles player that I say, like, you tell me what to do and I'll just try to do it. And I kind of follow orders. I'm just a soldier out there. So, you know, she's the mastermind behind it, and I just try to keep up with her.
I like that. She's so much fun to watch play, and I imagine really fun to play with. But this whole team seems to just be having a lot of fun. What's the chemistry like?
Yeah, we're super chill. We're laid back, but like intense when it comes to the matches. After the match just now, the coach just like dumped water all over me because he heard I was like the player of the day. So like if my visor is dripping, that's why. I'm sorry. We just like to mess around and have some team dinners sometimes, but just be very kind of chill about it. So it's a great dynamic.
Well, awesome, Jeannie. Thanks so much for your time. Congratulations. And coming up, we'll have highlights on the other side with Mark and Leaf. You can expect to see a lot of the incredible Jeannie Bouchard coming up next.
Well, a brilliant match from the Chicago Smash. They really have played well this season. A team in their first year mark, yet they just seem so comfortable. They've got real talent in singles and in doubles, and great chemistry.
Great chemistry, great lineup, and substitutions ready to go in and do some damage.
Yeah, Jeannie Bouchard, the star tonight. Let's check out the highlights. The men's singles, the Storm and the Smash. Tennis Sangren, Brandon Nakashima, the teenager out of San Diego, had a break advantage, but Sangren got it back, forced a 9-point tiebreak.
Tennis Sangren, the hallmark of his game these days, that transition from defense to offense, giving Nakashima all kinds of problems.
It's really a good bounce back by the Storm. Up next, women's doubles. Pegula and Collins taking on Bethany Mattek-Sands and Jeannie Bouchard. Mattek-Sands unbeaten in doubles, a real leader. And she was contributing at the net. Bouchard doing some good work from the back.
Best team in the league right here, Bouchard and Mattek-Sands. So versatile, can hurt you with their defense and with their offense. Bethany Mattek-Sands just getting it done today.
Went to 4-3. Mattek-Sands and Bouchard, though, ended up getting the hold and getting the set. 5-3. Next up was mixed doubles. Jesse Pegula, Ken Skupski taking on Mattek-Sands and Rajiv Ram. Single break of serve. Rajiv Ram was active at the net like Bethany Mattek-Sands was. They took it 5-3. Then it was women's singles. Danielle Collins taking on Sloane Stevens, and Collins had beaten Sloane 5-love in their last match. Stevens was really struggling, double faulted to lose her serve. Kamau Murray brought in Jeannie Bouchard as a substitute.
The beauty of World Team Tennis. Not going your way, bring in a hot hand off the bench to inject some energy into the lineup, and that is what Jeannie Bouchard did.
You can see how disappointed Collins was. 4 straight games from 1-4 down, and Bouchard steals the women's singles. 5-4. Men's doubles to finish it off. Sangren and Skupski. And instead of Nakashima, it was Evan Kim playing alongside Rajiv Ram, the left-hander out of Chicago. He played well.
Yeah, the Michigan man showed some great hands around the net. Nice dynamic, playing alongside Rajiv Ram, the veteran.
So a deciding point in the tiebreak. Able to break down Sangren with the serve. King and Ram take it 5-4. They clinch the win, 24-19. The Chicago Smash take 4 of the 5 events, and they go into first place tie with Philadelphia. All right, we'll take a short break from the Greenbrier, but we'll come right back. So Well, day 8 was great at the Greenbrier. We still have more to come with Orange County Breakers and the San Diego Aviators on tap. But for the moment, the Chicago Smash taking 4 of the 5 sets. What was the key for you, Mark, in this one?
Leaf Kamau Murray, big moment, putting in Jeannie Bouchard down 3-1.
There's a big substitution in the women's singles. So the Chicago Smash playing some brilliant tennis. Kamau Murray getting Jeannie Bouchard activated. So they take a first place tie now with the Philadelphia Freedoms. For Mark Lucera, for Olivia Decker, and all our production team, I'm Leaf Shire saying so long for now from the Greenbrier.